Hi, how you doing? My name's Paul Maneras. I was born in Queens, in the Queens Hospital. I lived in New York for 9 months as a baby. My parents decided to move to Texas. We lived in Texas for 21 years. Then I moved to Utah. I've been living in Utah for 22 years. I'm 44 years old now. I'll be 45 here in a couple, 2.5 weeks. Can you hear me breathing? I can hear me breathing. I'll be right back. So, today we're going to learn about cymatic frequencies and how they correlate with the Emerald Tablets. In the Emerald Tablets, Thoth, who supposedly wrote these Emerald Tablets 36,000 years ago, and the number 36,000 is actually I had to count that. So let's take away the comma. Let's take away 2 zeros because it's still the same thing for the most part. So right off the bat, he's already letting you know that 360 degrees is important. And the amount of times that he says, "Oh man," and "Oh soul," in that book I didn't count how many times he said it, but he said it enough times to where the O is very important, and 360 is a circle. So then he gets to the part where he starts talking about the lords of the 9, and he starts from the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why does he skip the 1 and the 2? That was a huge question for me all the different times that I read the book. And I knew that the number was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 7 numbers. There's 7 oceans, 7 continents, 7 layers of skin, 7 your 7 chakras, your 7 colors, your 7 notes in music, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You have your 7 hermetic principles. So the number 7 was definitely standing out to me. Excuse me. I was wondering, why is he starting from the 3 though? Do those numbers have anything to do with the chakra system? So I drew an image of a body and started to just use my imagination and get creative. And I think I started with 3 because I was on this whole ovaries kick with the Aries name being in the actual ovaries. And so yeah, I wrote the 33 like that, and I thought that looked like a nutsack or a camel toe, and that looked like a set of ovaries. So I was like, that fits. And then I decided to mirror the 4. So that's 2 4s mirrored. And then I thought to mirror the 5s. So, already right here, mirroring the 5s, that looks like an I. You turn that up, it looks like an H, and those are C's. CHI spells chi, and that's your solar plexus area. And these 2 4s, if you take away that line right here, you have a E that's on its backside. Let's give you a better visual. So you have that E now, which can be an M. So E equals M, energy, matter, emotions. This is where your emotions sit in your sacrum, in your sacral chakra. Sacrum, the sacrum bone, has 4 holes on each side and then the hole on top for the spinal cord to go in. So, but your E and your M and your 44, 4, 4, that's your 44 right there. So let's mirror those back together. Kind of looks like a pitchfork. So, we have all these making sense right here so far from 3, 4, 5, and let's go to 6. Near the 6 and you got an upside down heart. Let's mirror the 7s. Mirror the 7s and you have the triangular shape of the vocal box. It's called the vocal box because it's shaped like a V. And there's twin infoldings within the throat, and that's what causes the vibration of sound where you can sing in all your different emphasized tones and frequencies. So your voice, sound, and resonance, that's 3. Your twin triangular infoldings, 3 times 3 equals 6, and the 9 cartilages that make up your vocal box. I don't know the names by heart, but 3, 6, 9. You're speaking out of your vocal box every time you say words from your mouth. Speaking out of the Anglo-Saxon runes of the alphabet. Don't judge me. It's nighttime and I'm like a gremlin. I can drink and eat whatever I want. Once midnight hits, I start turning into things. So, we have the triangular vocal box, the mirrored 7s, your heart's upside down, which I like to do that and make it a 69. You'll see why. Oh, I can show you why first off right here. Because this is where the squaring happens in the 4 chambers of the heart, rather than squaring things in the mind. So now we're left with 8 and 9. So I thought to myself, the brain has two hemispheres and kind of has an 8. Kind of looks like a ball sack with pubes. I better make this thing look a little bit better. Sorry. So there's the brain. It's not a nut sack. And then you have the eyes. So there's the 88. There's an 8 and there's an 8. Or you could say the eye sockets or whatever. So, where would the 99 go? This was a huge mystery. I definitely had this going, and the only place that I could think of, oh yeah, I remember the symbol of the masculine and the feminine being a circle and a line. The very, very first beginning times you can imagine when people were first creating the very first symbols. A circle, wow, let's just get you out of my way. A circle, which is 360, is the womb, which creates life in 9 months. 9 months, 9 hertz. 9 is just the key. So yeah, the feminine is a circle and the masculine was a line. And that's how the Fibonacci sequence starts, 01. And the symbol for Sia was a circle, and the symbol for hue, which means color distinction, the hue man. Sia in ancient Egypt was one of the very first known feminine symbols, but it was, if you try and look up and read about it, it's just going to tell you it's some male god, and they've demonized the whole story to where you need to really dig deep to figure this one out for yourself. So Sia is the feminine, Hugh's the masculine. Whenever she's got the seed of a man and she gives birth to Hugh, and together they become Shu. And where are you going to hide this key? See how this looks like a key now, which is actually the 99 mirrored. That's the 9 mirrored. Shu is the 9 mirrored. So where are you going to hide this Shu here? It looks like a foot. Let's just make sandals, and we'll make the peasants wear them. The first known sandals or shoes were worn by the peasants who slaved for the Spanish conquistadors, if I researched correctly. So, yeah, the keys are hidden right under your feet, where you will never look, and the misconceptions of gender, which is reciprocity. Whenever your Taurus field, that's why people have widow's peaks, I think. That's my theory. Because that's where the electrons and ions are being sucked in from the front down inside of your mind. The back is being sucked out like an actual tornado. That's why you have your little cowlick on the back of your head. So, I couldn't get 88 or 808 or 8 or whatever to divide to accept the 9. So it's like, how does this actually accept this thing. So we have to look at the name Thoth to figure this one out. The name Thoth, spell it in capital letters here. Now, if you know anything about electricity and how wires work, I don't know, I think I accidentally found this, but positive wire, negative wire. A top view from a cable, like a giant fiber wire cable or fiber optic thick cable that you can just see into. Another positive wire, another negative wire. What does that spell? Spells Thoth. So once I saw this, and then I was on a huge gematria kick where I was looking up everything that I could that correlated with these numbers and sacred geometry and cymatic frequencies with anything tuned to 440 hertz or 432 hertz. So yeah, I saw the 1111 and the gematria for twin flames was 1111, and I was just playing around with numbers and decided to divide the 1111 by 99, and I got 1122, and I had already made these monograms that basically digest the number 9 or 99 through the system until it comes out another end and equals 12, which is, there's 12 notes in music. So that made me think we're literally turning this seed into music, into memory, into a story. So whenever a thought's repeated, it becomes a memory. It becomes dense. It literally turns into matter. It creates time. It creates relativity. So you're taking in this thought seed at whatever hertz, and the energy needed to separate an electron from an atom is ionization, and the gematria for ionization is 808. And it's pretty easy to go ahead and connect that with 88, especially with 808 being known as drum and bass throughout the musician community for who knows how long. So 1111 divided by 137.5, the golden angle, and this number is actually in an atom. So divide this number that's in an atom, the golden angle, by the twin flames. You can just go ahead and make that your crown. It equals 808 ionization. The gematria for an electron equals 303. Now, 1111 minus (303), an electron, what you're separating from an atom from ionization, equals 808. See that? So, now that you know this, we need to know that when A, the note A, when it's tuned to 440 hertz, the overtone root is 44, the first harmonic. The second is 88 hertz. So, when you're running at 440 hertz, anything that you're seeing usually goes straight from your emotions right to your mind. So I'm just going to leave you with that right there. When note A is tuned to 432 hertz, the root hertz, the overtone root, first harmonic is 9 hertz. Actually, it is 36 hertz. There we go. The seed of that is 9 hertz. Four hemispheres of the brain. 4 divided by 36 equals 9. Where was I going with this? I'm going to take a step back and slow this down here for a sec, because there we go. So, I have the pyramid being basically part of the crown and part of the third eye, part of this 808, and the slope of the pyramid is 51.84 degrees, the slope. And the reason why I have that there is because whenever it rains and the sun is out, that's the angle needed to perceive the rainbow, light refraction. So we're basically seeing the 1% of the color spectrum, which is the 7 colors. So 5184 divided by 36 equals 144, the 13th Fibonacci sequence, basically the gematria for time. 12 times 12 equals 144. We have 2 sets of 12 hours every day. It's basically, time is using those numbers in that little structure there. So, if this is making sense, I've skipped a lot to just get over here. I probably should just erase this. But I wanted to let you see that whenever, oh yeah, let's see. Yeah. That's what I was getting at. So, if we break this down to 9 hertz, which is the note D whenever A is tuned to 432 hertz. I just literally figured all this shit out here. Like, this is the end piece of the puzzle where all of this gets you, and I figured all this out by figuring, just by mirroring the 3, the 4, the 5. It all started with just deciding to mirror a nutsack with some ovaries. Just being curious and using my imagination and having some type of common sense up in here still. So, anyways, 9 hertz is note D. 36 hertz is still note D. It's just a different octave of D with A and 432 hertz. So whenever you divide 9 hertz, which we got 9 mirrored up here, this is what I was trying to connect the last dot, the last key, to honor this first word, this first symbol that is based off of the circle that encases this torus field that we are here. That this 9 hertz, whenever you divide it into 5184, the slope needed to refract light, you get the number 576. And that hertz is still the note D with A and 432 hertz. Now, 5184 times 36 hertz. $51.84 times 36, which is 36 hertz is 9. It's D, which is 9 cubed. It's 9 hertz cubed, so 9, 18, 27, 36. Right? So 36 times 5184 equals 186,624, and that's the speed of light, my friends. Speed of light. With that 36 hertz 360 circle, we can circle the square. That's why we're cubing it, because it's basically 9 hertz cubed. But you can use, they're just different octaves of each other. It's still A and 432 hertz. And you're going in the mind and through the system. And whenever you get that first thought that's your own authentic idea, it doesn't become a memory until it starts repeating through the system. And once it starts repeating through the system, it starts developing time and relativity. It starts corresponding to things, it starts connecting to things, and it starts seeing synchronicities, and the seed becomes your story. And whenever you're letting your thoughts pass through the system that aren't your thoughts, like society's thoughts, your parents' thoughts, your friends' thoughts, your girlfriend's thoughts, all these thoughts are passing through. They're basically clouds that you're just letting pass through this water flowing system. And your seed, your ideas, your story, that's the 9 hertz that goes down and bypasses all. It goes through the heart, and rather than speaking it at your throat, let it go through and let your voice go through the system, to where when it passes through the heart, you're speaking to yourself with your own imagination, visualizing this idea, the story that you've had, that you've been rewriting your own version of your own authenticity, kind of like the 4 agreements, where you're going back in time and you're rearranging your whole entire story, every little detail, based off of your new perspective, your newfound wisdom, changing all the ways that, all the things that were said to you, all the things that you thought of yourself as a kid, literally switching the whole entire script. And whenever you do that, you can really have super authentic seeds. And this is your soil down here. The gematria for soil equals 33. Once I started connecting the gematria with all these cymatic numbers here, oh yeah, let me finish this off here. A in 440 hertz, there ends up being a 220 hertz, 330, 440, 550, 660, 770, 880 hertz. So A in 440 hertz, there ends up being, there's a bunch of other hertz in between these. And what's funny is in the 9th harmonic, when you're in 440 hertz, the 9th harmonic ends up being 528 hertz. So we've actually been in the 9th harmonic, and that's what's allowed us to have this actual ascension and download real authentic absolute truth. So this is our chance to get into 432 hertz, having this knowledge here. So I think I got away from the 5184, the slope of the pyramid, the angle needed to perceive the colors of the rainbow and light refraction. You multiply that number and you get the speed of light. You divide that number and you get the Fibonacci sequence, 144, which is 12 times 12, which is time. The gematria for time equals 144. The gematria for feminine equals 144, which is time. We give all of our energy to time, which it's a man-made concept of measurement, which it's still a real thing, but we give all of our energy to that versus our feminine. Our feminine is actually, when you're, the purest form of the feminine is when you're sitting in meditation, not doing anything, when you're in complete stillness. The divine feminine is the black hole portal that sucks in and holds the information and generates it. Basically, the antenna, the electron. The electron is the part of the atom that holds all of the information. So, now I started to connect the astrology symbols with this by I started with Cancer because of the 69 right here. I was like, wonder if 69 has anything to do with that, and I just put it there and started to go down the list. There's Leo, Virgo, Libra, oh, Scorpio. I was already liking what I was seeing right here between the 69, the lion being at the chi. The lion is the king of the jungle. It's like the protector of the flower of life. And for the solar plexus to be right here, I just saw that as basically guarding the solar plexus. And I just had a thought go through my mind telling me that I skipped out on this 9 hertz equaling D with A and 432 hertz. D is vitamin D. We're getting our vitamin D through the sun rays. The note D is re in the solfeggio scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Re, sun rays, vitamin D. Shu, Sia, Hu, 9 hertz. So yeah. So 9 hertz divided by 5184 degrees, the angle needed to perceive light refraction, you get 576. And why is 576? It's note D, it's Ray with A and 432 hertz. That's pretty badass already, but I'm going to show you something even cooler. Let's say that's your heart. Those are the 4 chambers of your heart. And 144, 144. Let's square 144. 144 squared equals 576. Now 144 hertz is still D, it's still Ray with A in 432 hertz. A multiverse of the Fibonacci sequence for each section of the heart, which I have the dodecahedron at 6480 being at the heart center as well. And whenever you multiply 6480 times the 4 chambers of the heart, you get 25,920 degrees, the precessions of the equinox container, basically the multiverse going into your heart. all 5 cycles of the word. Check this out. 6480 times 4 chambers of the heart equals 25,920. 5184 times the 5 cycles above equals 25,920. So digest that one. So yeah, we got 69 Cancer, Leo, Chi, Lion Chi, the Virgo, E, M, E equals M. Remember the M? So we have an M on each side. I don't know what to tell you. And we already know that we're coming down. We're coming down this prana tube here. And it goes back around and generates. Those are you're just letting all those thoughts and all those emotions that aren't yours pass through the system. And I'm not going to get into the alchemy of this yet. I want to lay down the roadmap this is basically your roadmap within each section of your mind, your voice, your heart, your will, your chi, your feelings, your emotions, and these are your roots and your reproductive organs, and where you give waste and where you come back around. But this is your soil. This is where you're going to be planting this authentic seed, and you can plant all the seeds that you want down here. A lot of people have many seeds that aren't their own planted down here, and they don't have any versions of themselves that have really died off just yet. So whenever you have shadow deaths and you have 10 to 20 to 100 different versions of yourself die off, you bury them down here in the soil for compost, and you come back down here to visit the dead and thank them for laying the foundation and helping maintain and give nutrients to your garden of all the seeds that you've got planted, that you're watering from all the thoughts that are coming through that you're just letting pass through, end up becoming your water aquifer that runs below the soil, and those roots can sense that, and those roots for your seeds are getting all the water that they need in between the soil. The hydroponic setup here, kind of, in a way. Maybe, yeah, who knows. It looks like a hairy nutsack again. Once again, I'm sorry about that, but you get the gist of it. You got your soil, you got your roots, you got your seed. The gematria for seed equals 33. The gematria for soil equals 33. The gematria for Ganesha equals 33. Ganesha is another word for the root chakra. The sacral chakra. This is your salt cube, because whenever you cube, or you can actually mirror the 4 in all different directions, in north, south, east, and west, or as above, so below, and then side to side. So I even have hexahedron at 2160 here, and the tetrahedron at 720 right here. 720 times 3 equals 2160. 2160 times 4 equals 864, which is 864,000 is the diameter of the sun, which, what's another word for sun? Solar plexus. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, by this point, by the time I got to here, it was like, I just started with a nutsack and a set of ovaries, and I was just using my imagination trying to connect the Lords of the Nine with the Emerald Tablets and Thoth. This is some beautiful, beautiful information, and I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am, because this is just I have no words for how much this fascinates me and how much I just want to keep going and living this inner alchemical process, because I've gone very far. This is literally just this is nothing yet. I've gone so deep into this to where, holy shit, just yeah. So we have the diameter of the sun, the solar plexus, the hexahedron, the tetrahedron at 720. I have the octahedron, 8 octo, like octopus has 8 arms.
Oh, that's really strange.
Octahedron. And that's at 1440. And what's funny about this is in the past year I've been channeling that 88 equals 1440. And I thought, yeah, there's 4 circles. 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle, 4 circles, which is 360 times 4. 360 times 4 equals 1440. So, 69 is Cancer, Gemini, ooh, gem in the eye, or eye in the gem. See how this looks like a gem? That's actually what the when the twin infolding triangles, that's the whenever the throat's speaking and you have a camera down there, that's the shape of the flap, is an eye that those 2 triangles make. It's creepy looking watching that video. I don't recommend it, but if you want to, just YouTube that shit. So the gem in the eye in the gem. Holy shit, right? So Mercury ends up lining with 88. And what's crazy about the planet Mercury, it takes the planet Mercury 88 days to travel around the sun annually. That's its that's its annual mark. It travels around the sun a full 360 in 88 days. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't see the connection in that. So we have Sagittarius. I just decided to make the arrow going up because the Scorpio's tail is going up, and that's the direction that we seem. Looks like we're coming down and going around, back down, and then coming back around like a figure 8, a Taurus. But in many, this is just a 2-dimensional flat version. This is going on in a bunch of different angles in a toroidal manner. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Sagittarius. We've got Capricorn, Cancer, the only 2 zodiacs spelt with the letter C, because the 2 C's It's the Taurus field around the heart. So Capricorn, Cancer, and we have Aquarius, and I had a icosahedron. Icosahedron at 3,600 degrees, and it's water. And octahedron is air. I have Gemini, I'm the Gem, and Aquarius, which is water. Aquarius is water. Icosahedron, water. Octopus has 8 arms. 808 music. Mercury with 80 days to travel around the sun. Okay. Tough crowd. So, and up top here we have Pisces. And the Pisces symbol has a spear going to the side, and I always thought that looked very suspicious, so we're taking that spear out and letting the energy that we're generating flow and arc back into the Mercury like a rainbow. The height needed, the angle needed for light refraction, 36 hertz times 5184 equals the speed of light divided by 36 equals 144. The Fibonacci sequence. Nine hertz cubed. Uncube the 9 hertz and do just straight 9 hertz, which is still D, which is still Re, still the music, which D and that. If you flip that up, it's a 9. You flip it down, it's a D. It's motherfucking music. The sun is playing music. The gematria for sulfur, the gematria for neutron star, the gematria for ion, physics equals 99. The number on the periodic table for sulfur equals 16. What was the answer to this? 99 times 16 equals 1584. Equals 1584. And if you just Google the number needed for an electron spark, it's 1.6 times 10, which is 16. That same number. So electron spark is 16. And it's also, well, let me just get to this. 1584, you add this sulfur and your electron spark, or whatever I even said, but that was before. I lost myself. But that number right here, plus 36, 360, or water, adding water to that, equals 5184. So, a little bit of real alchemy for you. And that's some like super, I've got so many connections above and below with that there's so much alchemy going on within the system. If you didn't have time to write this down, you're just going to have to pause it somewhere along the line and get it done. Should I erase this? Yeah, I think think I got the gist of it. Oh yeah, the 99s and the Ds are literally music notes. The sun's playing music. We're digesting sun rays and sulfur neutron stars, exploded stardust, cosmic space, dark matter, you know. So this what was it? Oh yeah, that 16. It's the electron spark. It's also object 16. It's a DNA structure. It's an art. It's a DNA, negative DNA, positive RNA structure. It's a tetrahedral structure that, yeah, the number on it is 16. So all those cymatics run through the system, whether they're running at 440 hertz or 576 hertz. The spiral of the DNA that's the side view. That's the side view. If you're looking from the top down this pipe, you're going to get a beautiful cymatic structure, especially if you're running in 432 hertz. So I'm sure you've seen pictures of cymatics. There's no way that I'm going to draw some beautiful cymatic picture with a marker here at this angle, let alone any angle. So as you can see, just reading the Emerald Tablets, you can really start to connect some dots if you use your imagination and have a little bit of mathematical knowledge. And you saw it, I wasn't using any type of special